If you are a beginner and looking for a cheap printer at around $150 that can print pretty much anything, this might be for you. Hi everyone, how is going? Adam here. I finally got around of getting a 3D printer and decided on Creality Ender 3. In this video, we will go through the assembly and some of the upgrades that will make it a lot better and easier to use. It comes partially disassembled and very well packaged. In the box, we have the base, which has the base plate with an extruder head, the Z-axis rails, PSU, which needs to be checked if it's set up on your region mains voltage, the X-axis motor and the extruder, our display, which we will modify, and some more parts inside the box. The Z-axis motor, a bag with very well labeled screws and accessories, some test filament, and some extra extruder nozzles. The first step is to put the frame together with a pair of 20 by 40 aluminum extrusion pieces, which will be fastened to the frame using 2 screws on each side. Turning the base of the printer on its side made it easier to accomplish. There are pre-drilled holes in the base to mount the aluminum extrusions. The next thing to do is to attach the LCD screen to the frame. Just screw 2 bolts on the base. This is quite simple, keeping in mind you have the Creality Ender 3 instruction manual laid out in front of you and you choose the right screws. With the display in place, we can now bring the PSU in its place. This mounts itself to the frame with 2 screws. Make sure you got them tight enough as you don't want any wobbling going around. Once the LCD display and power supply are added to the base, the next step is to install the Z limit switch and Z motor to the left side of the frame. The Z limit switch must be mounted on the side of the vertical beam on the bottom of the printer. After that, the next step is the X-axis assembly. We need to slide the gantry into place by positioning the wheels at the top and bottom. The wheels should be smoothly sliding back and forth on the rail. Now we can do the assembly of the mounting bracket and belt tensioner, both of which are installed on the right side of the beam. With these in place, it does start to look like we are getting somewhere. All we need to do now is to put all the remaining pieces together, as well as mounting the filament holder to the top of the frame and connecting all the cables. Plug the power in and let's start it. Now, what we got to do is to auto-home the axis and make the bed leveling. This can be done with a piece of paper and making sure that the bed is all leveled. And we are now done. We can start trying the test print that is already on the SD card. Removing the print is super easy also. The print quality on this dog is really good, taking in fact that no support was used. The same with the fan protector that I printed. This will go on the top of the fan right here. Next, we will print a knob for the extruder. This will make it easier to feed the filament in just by turning the knob. Again, removing it can't be easier. Just pop the plate out and bend it. That's it. Now, after you clear the bed, place it back in its place and just clamp it down. We will try now a bigger print, so we will see how it handles that. Pretty good in my opinion. Some threading in some places, but it's fine. Taking big prints out from the bed used to be a pain. Well, not anymore. The first upgrade that I would like to make is to tidy up the cabling. This looked messy and I think I found the best print on Thingiverse. You will need around 15 of individual links printed, and the head mounts for one of the cables, and another 15 for the second. These pop together very easily. Do that with all 15, and we got our first link done. Mounting it is super easy also. We just pop in on the bed and the aluminium rail on the side. The movement on it is great. Now let's do the same for the next. Pop the little caps on the side and we are done. Other useful little prints are these clamps that hold your wires to the frame. I attach this on the back wires and also on the display ribbon cable, so we can slide our drawer in. Now, let's start on our fan cover. Just remove the 2 screws from the top of it, add our cover and screw it back. And we are done with this also. A mod that I was looking forward on doing from the first moments I got the printer was to mute the volume on that horrifying beep. We will start it by printing the back support for the PCB. The link for the files will be in the video description. What we will need to do is to unscrew the PCB from the metal case. It has just 4 screws. Pop the button out and you can just slide the PCB. This small part is the speaker. It's not that hard to remove it, but we have to be careful while doing it as you don't want to damage it. With a clamp, just cut the tips of the legs to make it easier to remove. Bring your soldering iron and just push through so we can move the speaker away from the PCB. Now all that's left is just to snap it. Place your cover back, and we are pretty much done. No horrible beep all the time when you press it, and you can be sure that you don't touch the back of the display PCB no more. All the upgrades are now mounted. The cable sleeve, extruder knob, the fan cover, the drawer, and the screen back cover. In the future, I want to add a camera and a Raspberry Pi using Octoprint, so I can get rid of the SD cards altogether. So subscribe to stick around for that video, and if you are here by now, please hit that like button. My name is Adam and I will see you in the next one.